Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. And then there were two. It is the top two seeds, and a lot is on the line. History is on the line. Either we have our first new winner since 2021, or it is going to be a four-peat. It is the Mountaineer Lumber Company and the Stark County Terriers up next on SmeeSports.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to say first, all glory to God. Without him, I am nothing.
Power the shove. Neighbor Nation, we will see you on Saturday afternoon. Riley Meister gets the point.
Back into left field. Say goodnight to that baseball.
This is another one. It's back-to-back jacks for KSU Tuscarawas. He's the point, and it's alive. Hanson pushes it over. Unbelievable. We play on. It's blocked. We're tied. We're tied. Unbelievable.
Well, here we go. Once again, good morning from Thurman Munson Memorial Stadium as it is time for the 2025 NABF College World Series Championship game between the number 1 seed Mountaineer Lumber Company and the number 2 seed Stark County Terriers. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this morning, almost afternoon, on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. This should be one heck of a game. A lot of chippiness potentially on the horizon as you have a lot of guys that know each other and a lot of potential animosity on the cards, as this is going to be a big battle. Two teams who have played each other a good amount over the past 2 years in the WRCL, but it is all down to this. The other meetings, they have no weight in comparison to this one. It is pretty simple. If Stark County wins, this would be their 4th straight NABF World Series title. However, if they lose, this would be the Mountaineer Lumber Company's first ever World Series title in year number 2 as an organization. On the mound for the Lumber Company, it is Keegan Gilbride. His first pitch is low, and we are off to the races in our championship game on the channel, game number 82 of 82 this summer, as we are looking to wrap things up here this afternoon in Canton. The 1-0 up high for ball 2. But Keegan Gilbride, the ace of Tri-C baseball, one heck of a pitcher for Coach Stolberg, as this past year he was on point, one of the top guys in all of JUCO. 2-0 pieced up the middle, a weak hit over towards short. The throw on the run to 1 is in time, 1 up, 1 down. And it is a very nice put out by the starting shortstop, Ryan Shemek. He has made a lot of nice plays throughout this tournament, and that is his first in this championship game. But Keegan Gilbride, a rising sophomore at Tri-C, played his high school ball for the Blue Devils of Talmadge. 4.88 ERA this past season, 11 appearances, 5-0 record through 55.1 innings of work, 54 hits allowed, 34 runs, 30 of which were earned, 20 walks, and 56 strikeouts, giving him a 9.1 K per 9 rating. So overall, very good from Goalie, as he is known. The 1-0, it is there now, 1-1 the count. But Keegan Gilbride, one heck of a pitcher. When his time at Tri-C is done, he could join the likes of Banks Cox and Mitch Harder at the Division I level. Those two off to Mercyhurst and YSU. Once again, it is Shemek. And once again, he has the throw in time to first. 2 down. This time, some extra flair added on by Ethan Green at first base. And Ethan Green, albeit now a former Tri-C player, still a member of this past season's 44-8 group, the best ever in program history, as he apparently, according to social media, is now off to Marietta. But no other official announcements other than the slight bio change have been made. First pitch to Kelliker is in the dirt for ball 1. Nolan Kelliker was the starting pitcher of the last game for the Terriers. He went a total of 5 innings, but in the end he was pulled as Feaster came on and finished things out for the final 2 innings. He did stay in the game as a DH in the final 2 frames and eventually moved out into center field. 1 ball, 1 strike the count on the rising senior at Baldwin Wallace. The pitch. Ground ball over towards first. It is Green flicking to Gilbride, and the tops combine to retire the side. It is a 1-2-3 inning to get the game underway for the Mountaineer Lumber Company. Middle of 1 in Canton. No score on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Welcome back to Thurman Munson Memorial Stadium, bottom of 1. And it is the Mountaineer Lumber Company stepping in for their first cuts of this championship game, starting with the leadoff hitter, Luke Ickes. Ickes, a tremendous NABF World Series so far, and I believe among qualified hitters has the highest average of .615. He has been absolutely dominant. 8 hits in 4 games, 1 double and 1 triple, and 5 RBIs on top of that. You talk about domination, you think of Luke Ickes. And on the opposite end of things, it is his Mount Union teammate, Ty Dennison, on the mound. Dennison is going to be a rising junior at Mount Union, just like Ickes. So it is an early Purple Raider battle. The 1-1 in the dirt for ball 2. But the big thing with Ty Dennison this past year came in the last game. A 6-inning relief effort, 5 hits allowed, 3 runs, 2 of which were earned, 1 walk, and 9 Ks against Catholic. Weak pop over towards first. The throw to 1. It is not going to happen. Dennison bobbles it, and the leadoff man is aboard for the Lumber Company. Ickes puts it in a tough spot, and Dennison just can't get it cleanly.
Shortstop, number 35.
And now that'll bring in Ryan Shimek, the shortstop. A good campaign for him, as well as he is batting .400 right now in the NABF World Series. And on the board, they will rule that an error on Dennison. Either way, the leadoff man is aboard. Swing and a miss from Shimek, 0-1 the count. Taking a deeper dive into number 35, he is a rising senior at Ashland, and he played his high school ball for Jason Cantrell, the head coach of the Lumber Company at Revere. The 0-1, taken for strike 2. This past season, 48 games played, a .356 average, 16 total starts, 87 at-bats, 31 hits, 8 doubles, and 5 long balls for Shimek. So a very good junior campaign at Ashland. The 0-2, it is up high for ball 1. We saw Ty Dennison earlier on in this tournament as he came in relief on Friday night in game number 2, as he was the third pitcher, following up Garrett Odie for the Terriers. The 1-2, ground ball hit over towards short, nice backhand scoop, throw to 2 is in time, but not to 1. It is a fielder's choice for out number 1, and that is completely set up by Braden Broom's excellent diving play. Just went down to the ground and blocked it. Had to play more like a goalkeeper or a catcher over at short. Kept it to the infield and was able to get it over to second, albeit on a low throw, as Moore was able to catch it. 1 down as Braden Clark now steps in. Clark, a rising junior at Tiffin. Throw back to 1 not in time. He played his high school ball in the Richfield area, but more towards Akron, as he went to Akron Coventry. Ground ball up the middle. Once again, it is Broom. He will take it himself. Throw to 1 on the money, and the side is retired. It is a 6-3 double play, and the inning is over. This one shaping up to be one heck of a championship game, as it is all Braden Broom early defensively for the Terriers. Through 1 at Thurman Munson Memorial Stadium. The Terriers 0, the Lumber Company 0 your score. You are watching the 2025 NABF College World Series on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Luke Senfin steps in to kick things off in the top of the second inning for the offense of the Terriers. No score on SmeeSports as it is officially noon in Canton. And this game so far has lived up to the hype, albeit in a very small sample size. No score quite yet. 1, 2, 3 innings, but in different ways. 3 groundouts for the Terriers. And as for the Lumber Company, Ickes got on with a leadoff error. Then he was out at second on a fielder's choice. Then a 6-3 double play from Braden Broom ended the inning. 0-1 is going to miss. Now 1-1 the counts. But for the Terriers, it is Senfin, Mastry, and DeZenzo in the 4, 5, and 6 slots in this inning. And a lot of power behind a couple of those bats. The 1-1 ground ball over towards first. It is picked up by Ethan Green, and there is out number 1. Back-to-back ground outs. Nicely recorded by Green over at first base, but oh no, that one ends up in left field on the throw across the diamond. And I'm sure he'll hear that from his teammates later on today. Now it is the power hitter in left field opposed to first base, Caden Mastry stepping in. A very bold decision made by Coach Sabo to move him to left and bring in Crable to go and play at first base. And we'll see how that pays off for Coach Sabo as this is his first ever NABF World Series Championship game. Good line over towards the right side. Green is beat, and it is a 1-out single for Mastry. That is the first base hit of the game for either team, and Mastry is continuing his great NABF World Series run. Now it is the even more dangerous Josh DeZenzo stepping in. The right fielder went yard last game, a 3-run homer over into left field, I believe just in between the words Thurman and Munson out by the storage trucks. Ground ball left side foul, 0-1 the counts. Taking his time to set the defense. Missioner is behind the dish for the Lumber Company. Green at first. Hussey is at second. Shemek is at short. Rawlson's at third. Clark is in left. Ickes is in center. And out in right field, rounding out the defense, it is Tegan. And that sets the whole defense with Gilbride on the mound for the Mountaineer Lumber Company. The 0-1. Nice block behind the dish. I will say the uniforms that the Lumber Company are wearing in this game are their best. It is the sleeveless Lumberjacks. The Terriers staying in their traditional white with green sleeves. So that is a big difference. One jersey has sleeves, the other one not so much. Gilbride's 1-1. It'll miss wide right for ball 2. A lot of talent on these teams, a lot of Stark County flair. But only one is able to walk out of here with the coveted NABF World Series crown. Gilbride's 2-1. Fly ball sent into shallow right field. And it is going to be caught. What a catch! That is going to be taken out in right field with the web gem. 2 down. And that gets a great response from the crowd and the dugouts. And now that'll bring in Daniel Crable, the first baseman. But what a play out in right field. All of the stops are being pulled out in this championship game with so much on the line. Crable, a rising sophomore at Oberlin College. The lefty trying to move Mastry along. First pitch from Gilbride taken for ball 1. Next inning for the Lumber Company, it is Missioner, Tegan, and Rollison, 4, 5, and 6. So both middles coming up this inning. The 1-0 pieced foul by Crable. Now 1-1 the counts. And that ball eventually skips all the way back down to the ground level. Beautiful view here at Thurman Munson Stadium, all the way up in the main press box. As we are, I would say, a couple of stories high. The 1-1. Blocked for ball 2. Nice work by Missioner behind the dish. The rising sophomore at Paradise Valley Community College. Gilbride still taking his time in between each pitch, trying to get his rhythm set. And that is going to be a big deal in a game like this. 2-1 sent foul once again off to the left side. And it is going to make a slightly more direct effort towards the ground level. Count now even on the first baseman. In the on-deck circle for the Terriers, it is John Toth. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Runner goes, the pitch pops up on the infield over towards short. It is Shemek who will take it in, and the side is retired. A 1-out single for Mastery tells the story of the inning for the Terrier offense, as 2 outs in a row are recorded by the defense of the Lumber Company. 1 in right field by Tegan, and then 1 moments ago by Shemek over at short. Middle of 2 at Munson. No score on SmeeSports. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Josh Missiner steps in to get things underway in the bottom of the inning for the Lumber Company. First pitch from Dennison, a strike, 0-1 the count. For those just tuning in, no score yet in this championship game. A lot on the line for both teams as this is it for their season. And over at short, in an interesting way, it is it for Braden Broom, but more on that in a little bit. The 0-2, it is there for strike 3 looking, 1 up, 1 down on 3 pitches. And that is what Ty Dennison does so well on the mound. He gets quick strikeouts, and that then brings some momentum with it.
The right fielder, number 8.
There's a reason why Coach Hesse came and went to him and asked him to go 6 innings against Catholic, and he did. Without that outing, his career could look a lot different at Mount Union. But he is still riding off of that high and has become the ace of the Stark County Terriers. 1 up, 1 down as Tegan, the right fielder, steps in. Had a web gem last inning, but we will see what he can do offensively. The 1-0 backs him out for ball 2. As we have mentioned a couple of times today, this is going to be our final broadcast of the summer, as then we transition into fall sports in a couple of days. But no broadcast anticipated over the next couple of weeks, but we should be back to the action in mid-August. Right now, our first game scheduled is going to be Padua and Hoban volleyball on the 19th. Here's the 3-0, and it is going to connect for strike 1. After a 3-pitch first at-bat, Dennison struggling in at-bat number 2. But he's able to get back in it with a strike. Now the 3-1. Weak chop to the left side, and we are full. Excellent resilience here from Ty Dennison. A tough start to this at-bat, able to bring it to full, and an opportunity to steal an out away from the Lumber Company. And maybe no better framer behind the dish than John Toth. Toth, a rising sophomore at Ashland. Not too much game time for the Eagles this year, but going back to his time at Highland High School, that is Medina Highland, not Berlin Highland, he was one of the best catchers in the area, with one of the best pop times, I believe, at the time around 1.94, maybe a little bit lower. The payoff pitch, and it'll be sent foul off to the right side. The Stark County Terriers, the 3-time defending champions, They lost yesterday to the Lumber Company in a highly contested game, and this is a chance for redemption for them. Dennison's payoff again. Weak chop up the middle. It is going to be picked up by Broom. His throw to one is on the money for out number 2. An excellent put out from Braden Broom in his final career game. From what we've been told, he has decided to not go back to Baldwin Wallace for his senior year. So this is it, at least for now. There's a chance that he does come back and plays in some kind of league next year, but as of right now, that is not on the cards. Could be a guy that steps into this college team or even into the organization and continues his career just as a coach. But so far, Braden Broom making the end memorable and has an opportunity to take away one last piece of silverware in his career. That is always the best way to go out. You get a win in your final game, and you will remember it. And in this case, that would complete a four-peat. Once again, it will go to Broom. A lot of action early on for him, and his throw is on the money, and that will retire the side. Back-to-back putouts for the shortstop, and the inning is over. Nicely done by Broom once again, and that'll silence the offense of the Lumber Company as through 2 innings here at Thurman Munson Stadium, we have no offense outside of a couple of small plays, maybe a free pass or a hit every now and then, but the defense has told the story so far. As we step aside to hear a word from our sponsors, you are watching the 2025 NABF College World Series on SmeeSports. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. John Toth steps in to get things underway in the top of the 3rd inning. 8, 9, and 1 for the Terriers as their offense looks to kick it into another gear. So far combined 1 hit, and it is from Mastery last inning. Toth takes a first pitch strike, 0-1 the count. Toth has been solid so far in this tournament for the Terriers as he has caught a couple of games. Swing and a miss on the 0-1, now 0-2. But Keegan Gilbride so far, albeit with no strikeouts, very dominant. To date, only 1 strikeout combined, and that came from Dennison last inning to get things underway. But Gilbride an opportunity here to match. And he will have to wait 1 more pitch at least as he misses in the dirt for ball 1. After Toth, it's Marceric and Broom. Gilbride's 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and there is out number 1. First strikeout of the day for Keegan Gilbride. No surprise that he got it here. We've been waiting for it all day, and at long last, on out number 7 that he and the defense has had to record, he gets strikeout number 1. And now that'll bring in the 3rd baseman, Gavin Marceric. Ground ball hit towards short. It is Shemek once again, and his throw across the diamond is on the money for out number 2. So yet another quick start to a half inning. 2 up, 2 down.
The shortstop, number 10, Braden Broom.
And that'll set up the shortstop, Braden Broom, over 1 today as he grounded out to Shemek to get the game underway in the top of the 1st inning. Looking ahead to the bottom of the inning, it is Hussey, Green, and Hartman, 7, 8, and 9 for the Mountaineer Lumber Company. Broom takes ball 1 in the dirt. But Broom, he played his high school ball at Glen Oak. His cousin played for the A's. Bryce Broom heading on off to Walsh. So it was a Broom family affair today at Munson, but it is the elder of the two moving on to the championship. The 1-0. Once again, missing low for ball 2. And as his time at BW is done, 8 career games and 1 hit, and that hit came back in 2024. He was used very sparingly across his 3 years in Berea. 2-0 hits the outer edge for strike 1. That is the tough thing with summer ball. You see these kids have tremendous campaigns, and then you see them again the next year, and you're wondering, why aren't they playing at the college level? What's different over there than for what we're seeing in the summer? And that makes talent at this level so hard to gauge, and we see the same thing during travel ball at the younger levels. Okay, who is a key contributor for their team at the school level and who is not? 3-1, it is wide for ball 4, and it is a 2-out walk for Broome. And that'll set up the guest player, Brett Moore.
Brett Moore, Jr.
Moore an opportunity to be the impact player that he was asked to be when he was brought on. Just like last year, the Stark County Terriers dipping their hands into the premier cookie jar to drag in a talent or two for the NABF. Ground ball, weakly hit up the middle. It is Shemek taking it to the bag, hopping over Broome, and the inning is over. The two share a laugh as that was, I would say, a pretty interesting way to end the inning. A routine ground out / fielder's choice, but the hop over him was an added layer that was not really expected, as we will see it on the replay now. Shemek does a great job to get there, and there's the hop. Look out as he gets over Broome and ends the inning with no damage done to either side. Outside of the game as well. Middle of 3 in Canton. No score on SmeeSports. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. So for a good day of baseball at Thurman Munson Memorial Stadium as we enter the bottom of the 3rd inning in our championship game. Only one combined hit, and it belongs to Caden Mastry. No score quite yet in this all-important game. Every game of pool play matters. That is a given. The semifinal, it matters. But this is the one that you have to win. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You have to take this one home. Otherwise, this weekend would, for most people, not be deemed a success. Dennison's 1-1 on the outside, misses for ball 2. The number 7 hitter, CJ Hussey, in to get things underway for the Lumber Company. He is a rising sophomore at Asbury University. 2-1, it is going to be dropped up high for ball 3. And Toth is going to take his time to get the ball back to Dennison on the mound. But this past year had 1 start, 10 at-bats, 6 hits, so a 600 average. Very small sample size, but Hussey was outstanding. 3-1 breaks in, and we are full. Excellent delivery from Ty Dennison. Good movement on his pitches so far today. The payoff pitch breaks in. It is strike 3 looking. 1 up, 1 down, and that pitch is a thing of beauty. Strikeout number 2 today for Dennison, and he begins back-to-back innings with a strikeout looking.
The first baseman, number 21.
Very tough to do at this level, but Ty Dennison, one of the better strikeout pitchers in all of Stark County and really in all of Ohio at the collegiate level. His consistency has been tremendous. And if you look across Ohio for some of the top pitchers in and around his class, you go down a class and down to Columbus, Westerville to be exact. You look at Otterbein and you see a pitcher like Austin Payne. Then you bounce on over to Berea to see Matt Mascarino. A lot of great pitching in the state of Ohio at the collegiate level. And Dennison is entering his name into that hat very quickly. Speaking of quickly, he has Ethan Green down on the count 0-2. Dennison sets and delivers. Did he go? The answer is yes. 2 up, 2 down. Back-to-back strikeouts for Dennison. He now has 3 today, and he is really starting to settle in the bottom of the 3rd inning for the Terriers. And now it is going to be a Purple Raider versus Purple Raider bash as Zach Hartman, the DH, steps in. Hartman, just like Dennison, a rising junior at Mount Union. And both played high school ball in a similar area. Medina is where Hartman is from, Dennison from Hudson. The 0-1 tipped foul, now 0-2 the count, and a prime opportunity for Ty Dennison to strike out the side. Oh, 2 on Hartman. The pitch. Up high for ball 1. So far, defense has told the story in this game, and that looks to be the case still. Dennison's 1-2. Pops up off to the right side. Crable tracking it down in foul territory, but it is going to drop in the side netting. So Hartman will stay alive. This past year for Mount Union, 1 appearance on the mound, 2 innings pitched, 1 hit allowed, 2 earned runs on 3 walks and 3 strikeouts. And overall, he played in 8 games with 3 at-bats, 1 hit that ended up bringing in 2 runs. And that was earlier on in the year, I believe, during one of their road trips. The 1-2 again. It will hit him. Initially, it didn't look like it did. Toth is going to appeal. Hartman, he is complaining. He's not having it. And I think this is where our chippiness is going to start kicking in. It's Purple Raider on Purple Raider crime. He says no, and his words, "Are you serious?" Clearly no love lost between these 2 Purple Raiders. And now some other words for the umpires. Luckily, there is no organist here at Thurman Munson Stadium, as we have seen some clips on Instagram that have given us a very interesting picture. Dennison's 2-2. And it is going to skip to the backstop for ball 3, and we are full. And this could be a big ball don't lie moment for the Lumber Company. If they get the chance to say it, they're going to do it. Here comes the payoff pitch. And there is strike 3 looking, and the side is retired. Ty Dennison, a bad, bad man. And that is not going to be one that they talk about in the WhatsApp group chat this season. Purple Raider on Purple Raider crime as Dennison strikes out the side. He now has 4 today. What a pitch and what a sequence. You can't help but laugh. Just the anger there. You understand. You feel for Hartman. If he says he got hit, then most likely he did. But Dennison, he gets the strikeout and he walks off quickly. But through 3 at Thurman Munson, we have a great game on hand. No score as we enter the top of the 4th inning after a word from our sponsors. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. As expected, the chippiness has arrived to Thurman Munson Stadium. A controversial end to the bottom of the 3rd inning. A claimed hit by a pitch not given. And here we are in the top of the fourth. Schmeck's throw to one on the money. One up, one down. But the defense in this game has been outstanding. This has been a great game to watch. Usually you like to see a lot of runs in these kind of games, but it's a championship game. It's a highly contested affair. The little things, the defense, this makes it a very good ball game. And on top of that, the longer this game stays tied, the more and more that first run is going to feel amazing for whichever team gets it, if they get it in 7 innings or not. That remains yet to be seen, as both pitchers have been locked down so far. First pitch, a strike, 0-1 the count. And as I cover both Tri-C and Mount Union baseball, this is no shock. Gilbride's a top-tier starter. Dennison, same thing. These guys are two of the best pitchers in the area. Gilbride quickly up 0-2 in the count on Sempton. After Sempton, it is Caden Mastery who has the lone hit of the game for either side combined. Here comes the 0-2 from Gilbride. And he gets in on the strikeout action. 2 down. Keegan Gilbride now with 2 Ks today. He sees Dennison, and he wants to make sure he keeps up with him in that regard. 2 up, 2 down, and it is the left fielder Mastery back in. A lot of power in his swing, as we have seen it time and time again this summer and across the season for Ashland. And as well, after this half inning, we are officially halfway through this game in less than an hour. First pitch right down Broadway for strike 1. Looking ahead to next inning, it is going to be the top of the order, Ickes, Shemek, and Clark for the Mountaineer Lumber Company. The 0-1 hit over towards third and throw into left field. Caden Mastery now 2 for 2 today. There might not be too much offense in this game, but do not tell that to Caden Mastery, as he is holding down the fort all by himself in that department. And now an opportunity for Josh DeZenzo to get redemption over 1 in this game, as he flew out to right field after a great web gem from Tegan. But he did hit a 3-run home run in the last game for the Terriers, and that was a big turning point, I believe, in the 3rd inning. First pitch to DeZenzo misses low for ball 1. The rain, at least for now, holding off, and that has given us a beautiful day for baseball in Canton. A beautiful Sunday, the last Sunday in July of 2025. The 1-0, good drive to the left side, and it is through. Back-to-back base knocks for Mastery and DeZenzo. 2 on, 2 down, and now it is an opportunity for the first baseman, Daniel Crable, to drive at least 1 in, and that would give the Terriers a lead. But both sides putting in a lot of great defensive work. A run right here is far from a guarantee, but after only 1 hit through 3 innings, 2 back-to-back for the Terrier offense. And they might be able to control this inning. Gilbride trying to settle back in after allowing a couple of knocks. First pitch misses wide left for ball 1. Once again, this is game number 82 of 82 for our summer on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. And so far, no better way to close out than this game. The 1-0 ground ball hit over towards second base. It is Hussey's ball, and he has it on the money for Green. And the inning is over. Back-to-back base knocks, not enough to drive in the opening run of the game. At the halfway point, no score. As we flip to the bottom of the 4th inning after a word from our sponsors. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Luke Ickes steps in to begin things in the bottom of the fourth inning, and we have just been told this game is going to be a 9-inning affair as it is the NABF World Series Championship game. So a lot of baseball left to go in this one, and given how this game has looked early on, I don't think anybody is complaining. Ground ball hit over towards second base. Moore's throw to one is in time. 1 up, 1 down on 1 pitch, and that is one of the biggest outs that you can earn in this tournament, as Luke Ickes has been on fire for the Mountaineer Lumber Company. Now it is Ryan Shimmick, the shortstop, stepping in. He grounded into a fielder's choice his first time up. So far, Ty Dennison, great work on the mound, and it continues. Wave and a miss, 0-1 the counts. But this back and forth affair has given us some really good viewing in regard to a championship game. It doesn't get much better than this. The 0-1 is sent into shallow center field. Now going back a little bit more than expected. The little gust of wind brings it to Senfin for out number 2. Always tough to gauge a fly ball like that initially off the bat when it hangs high. But in this case, it is a simple routine play. 2 up, 2 down on not too many pitches. That is a big thing to look at for both of these pitchers, as it is a 9-inning game. Both guys have the capability to go the distance. The question is, will they or not? With 2 down, it is Braden Clark stepping in. First pitch up high for ball 1. Clark, once again, a rising junior at Tiffin who plays high school ball for Coventry. Fly ball sent into shallow left field. Now in foul territory, almost going back. It is a diving play, and the side is retired. What a catch off to the left side, and that will end the inning. Trying to see who that was over there. I think it was Mark Sarek who got out there, and he was able to make one of the best plays of the day so far, and that is saying something. 4 innings complete, 5 left to go in this championship game, and nothing separates the Terriers from the Mountaineer Lumber Company. It is a classic brewing at Thurman Munson Stadium. No better place than this baseball cathedral. You are watching the 2025 NABF College World Series on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. It is John Toth stepping in to get things underway in the top of the 5th inning. This game still one of the best that we have seen all summer. No score quite yet. First pitch fouled back by Toth, 0-1 the counts. 8, 9, and 1. Toth, Mark Sarek, and Broom for the visitors on the scoreboard in this game. But this game is being played at their former home field of Thurman Munson. Their new home field, Prairie Stadium at Walsh University. The 0-1 ground ball hit over towards second base. It is C.J. Hussey once again finding Ethan Green for out number 1. Both pitchers threw 4 innings, 43 pitches, and there is a 1-strike discrepancy. I believe Dennison had 28 and Gilbride maybe 27, but otherwise, these guys are pitching the same exact game. it's such an anomaly, but it's giving us such a great game. You love to see it, but as this game progresses, most likely the guys are going to get tired a little bit here, and you're going to see them fall off just a little bit. Then it goes to the bullpen. Who has more left in that regard? Unfortunately, we really won't know unless we have to see it. 1-0 sent foul off to the right side. Now 1-1 the count. I believe the Terriers have Jansen, and that might be it. Still an off chance that a guy like Cale Poland is waiting on the bench, ready to come in and potentially give you some good innings. As for the Lumber Company, it could be Ickes for a third time. 1-1 pieced up the middle, and that is base knock number 4 of the game for Stark County. The first of the game for Marceric, and that'll bring us back to Broome at the top of the order. 1 on and 1 down.
Shortstop number 10, Braden Broome.
Excellent hitting so far for the Stark County Terriers, but still not enough to get a run across. Last inning, they had 2 on with 2 down for Crable, and that was just not enough for them to move along. It was a routine ground out that ended that frame. Gilbride taking his time before delivering. First pitch, it is in there for strike 1. Good first offering from Keegan as he is able to find a good sweet spot in the strike zone. Broome, the lefty, 0 for 1 today, a ground out and a walk to his name. Gilbride's 0-1. Fly ball sent into left field, and it is going to be caught by Clark for out number 2. Another routine fly out for the offenses. And now that'll bring in Brett Moore, the second baseman.
Moore, Jr.
Moore so far today has grounded out to short and has grounded into a fielder's choice that saw him safe at first. Next inning for the Mountaineer Lumber Company, it is Missiner, Tagan, and Rollison in the middle of the order. First pitch hangs just a bit too high for ball 1. But if you are a neutral watching this game, then this has to be one of the best games that you will see all year. 2 great defenses, 2 great teams going at it for a prestigious award. The 1-0 off the plate for ball 2. The hope is next year to bring in more teams from more places to continue the growth of the NABF or the National Amateur Baseball Federation. As after COVID, a couple of teams have decided not to come back to this tournament, but still with a storied history, there is time for this tournament to be restored to its former glory as it does start a new chapter in the Canton area. The 16U, 18U, and College World Series moving out of its old location to now here in Canton. And as of right now, and looking how this year has gone, it is in some great hands. 3-0 on Moore, the pitch. And it is going to miss for ball 4. And just like last inning, 2 on with 2 down for the Terrier offense. And that'll bring in the designated hitter, Nolan Kelliker.
Number 23, Nolan Kelliker.
Kelliker has 2 ground outs today, 1 to first and 1 to shorts. But once again, the same exact scenario with the same exact type of hitter, a lefty, 2 on, 2 down. The Terriers looking for redemption and looking for a way to strike first. Good drive into right center field. It has a chance, and it is down at the warning track. The Terriers will strike first. Kelliker drives in a pair, and this is a 2-0 ball game. A new ball game for Stark County. The 3-time champs on the board first. Nolan Kelliker, one of the biggest hits of the day. And just like that, the Terriers, this competition is their masterpiece, and the masterpiece is still being completed at least one more time in a row. How about that for Kelliker? A great day all the way around. Game 1 on the mound, and game number 2, he brings in the opening 2 runs, the opening 2 blows, and now a chance that he comes around with Sempton in. Maybe it takes that one great hit to drive in more. Instead, Sempton well underneath it, pops it up into shallow right center. It is Shemek from short underneath it, and he will make the play to retire this side. But Nolan Kelliker with one heck of a drive into right center field, clears the outfield, finds the warning track, and drives in a pair. Middle of 5 at Thurman Munson Memorial Stadium. It is the Stark County Terriers 2, the Mountaineer Lumber Company 0. Your score on SmeeSports. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Bottom of the fifth inning at Thurman Munson Memorial Stadium. It is the Stark County Terriers, courtesy of Nolan Kelliker, up 2-0. Ground ball to Broom at short. His throw to one is in time. Crable able to get it and stick it for out number one. Daniel Crable, credit to him, moving over from catcher to play first base in this game, and he has been really good. It was a bold move to move Mastery out into the outfield and left, but Coach Sabo clearly has made a great decision, as he is a couple of innings away from winning his first ever NABF World Series as the head coach of the collegiate team. I mentioned it on Friday night, and I'll say it again. From a coach who began his first game as a head coach, leaving his pitcher off the lineup card, to potentially winning an NABF World Series, Coach Sabo has had a great rise to fame, if you will, over the past month and a half. Count 1-1 on Tegan, the right fielder. He grounded out to Broom at short, his first time up. Hit over towards the right side. Moore can't get it, and it is into right field, and that will break up the no-hitter for Denison. But a no-hitter through 4 1/3 inning of work in a World Series championship game, that is very impressive work. And I kind of think that is a sigh of relief for him. He doesn't have to worry about that no-hit tag hanging over his head. And he can just go out there and pitch, I don't want to say loose, but in a more comfortable way. Brady Rollison, the third baseman, now steps in. First pitch out wide left for ball one. Rollison, he is in the transfer portal, played his high school ball for Green, but he is leaving the Ohio State University and is still looking for a home. The question is, at what level? Not being told he is going over to Walsh University. Don't know if that was posted on social media yet or not, but finding a home at Walsh, and that could be a good pickup for the Cavaliers. And we will see what kind of role he can play for them next year. But right now, 2-0 count the pitch. And it'll be taken for strike one. Good work behind the dish by Toth on that partial frame. In the on-deck circle after Rollison, it is C.J. Hussey, the second baseman. 1 on, 1 down. Throwback to first. It is not in time. But the Mountaineer Lumber Company looking for a breakthrough, looking to get something on the board in this inning to get them a better shot heading into the sixth. Swing and a miss on the 2-1. Now 2-2 the counts. So far today, 4 strikeouts for Ty Dennison and 2 for Keegan Gilbride. No surprise, no action in the bullpen for the Mountaineer Lumber Company. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 down, and out time called. Once again, the Terriers are your 2 seed, the Lumber Company your 1. But both teams coming in as the bottom 2 seeds from the WRCL, but they have exceeded their expectations and then some. The 2-2 driven into center field, but a right to Senfin for out number 2. Yet another classic example of great power, but right to the defense.
The second baseman, number 0.
And that puts the Terriers one step closer to getting out of this inning without allowing any damage. Hussey over 1, steps back in. He struck out looking to begin the third. Looking forward to the top of the 6th inning. it is going to be Caden Mastery, Josh DeZendo, and Daniel Crable, the heart of the order, up for the Terriers. Heavy secondary, but no action. 1-0 the counts. Still keeping close tabs on the runner over at first base, as Tegan does have a good amount of speed about him. Dennison's 1-0. Taken down low for ball 2. As this game goes on, the more and more balls we see from Dennison, but still I would say a positive strike-to-ball ratio for him. Ties 2-0. Up and in for ball 3. Toth's back pick not in time. But I love the aggressive approach from John Toth, one of the more aggressive catchers at this level. He is not afraid to be active behind the plate. He is not afraid to try those back picks. And sometimes he can find some success in that department. The 3-0 from Dennison. It is down low for ball 4. And that'll put the tying run at first base for the Mountaineer Lumber Company. And that'll bring in Ethan Green. And we will see at what point does Coach Sabo turn to Jansen and tell him to get ready in the bullpen.
Number 21, Ethan Green.
I don't think the time is right now, but this is going to be a big way to judge his ability as a coach. When does he tell his pitcher to warm up? When does he go and talk to Dennison, if ever? And what kind of changes does he make as well, if any? First pitch, it is in there for strike 1. The team is used to playing 7 innings. You add on those extra 2. How does he adapt? And that is a big question for both coaches. The 0-1. Wide right 1-1 the count. And a good question as well for Coach Cottrell. A very storied career at Revere. He is the most winningest coach in program history. And a great baseball career for him, playing across time at Fields at Mount Union and in the Portage South Baseball League. 1-1 in there now, 1-2. And he has a couple of big accolades there, including a Hall of Fame appearance in that same Portage County Baseball League. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count on Green. Dennison sets and delivers. On the corner. Not going to get it. And we are even. And Toth is going to immediately ask where that one missed, as it didn't miss by much. But a big call by the home plate umpire. Count even, 2-2, the pitch. Swing and a miss, and the side is retired. Dennison has to wait an extra pitch, but at long last, he gets his 5th strikeout of the game, and the inning is over. 2 on, but no damage done by the Lumber Company in the 5th inning. To the 6th we go at Thurman Munson Memorial Stadium. It is the Stark County Terriers up 2-0 on the 1 seed. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Welcome back to Thurman Munson Memorial Stadium for the top of the 6th inning. 2-0 your score. It is the Stark County Terriers on top of the Mountaineer Lumber Company. First pitch, a strike, 0-1 the count, as it is Caden Mastery stepping in to get things underway for the number 2 seed. So far this game dominated, at least on the stat sheet, by the Terriers, but up by 2. Plenty of time left to go for the Lumber Company to get back in it. Keep in mind their first game of this tournament, well, the first overall game of the tournament, ended up seeing them win in extra innings, down 3-0 after the top of the first inning. They battled back throughout the entirety of the game and ended up getting the win. Good line drive down the left field line. Mastery is now 3 for 3. Not quite. It's going to go foul. Otherwise, he would be 3 for 3 on the day. It was close. It was on the line. But I do agree with the final decision as it was dubbed a foul ball. But even yesterday, the Mountaineer Lumber Company, they were down 10-4, I believe, against the B2 Bulls. They played it 7 runs in the 7th inning, took a 1-run lead. However, they couldn't get the job done as they ended up losing 12-11 in the bottom of the 7th inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. Fly ball once again sent into left field. Clark underneath it has it for out number 1. Mastery now 2 for 3 on the day. Still a very good offensive outing, but now not how he wanted that one to go down. With 1 down, it is Josh DeZenzo, the right fielder, stepping in. A fly out to right and a single so far for him in the ballgame. Both pitchers living in and around the 60s right now, so not a bad spot for either of them to be in regard to pitch count, as they have a total of 120 to get out of this game. And in 9 innings, that is going to make it a lot more difficult, but still not impossible. The 0-1. Missing low now, 1-1 the count. DeZenzo so far today has 1 really big hit to ride home about, as that was the 3-run homer in the last game. This time Josh pops it up to the right side, and it is caught in foul territory for out number 2. Nice work by, I believe that was 16 for the Lumber Company, as that is Zach Zimmerman, the new first baseman. So he is now in the ball game.
Number 19, first baseman, Daniel Crable.
Not surprised to see Zimmerman come in place of Green. But looking at number 16, a rising junior at Mercy First. He played his high school ball for Archbishop Hoban in Akron this past year, or really in his career. 4 games played for Mercyhurst, 1 game started, 1 hit, and 1 RBI. And he will look to get a bigger role for the Lakers in 2026. The 1-0, it is going to miss for ball 2. Daniel Crable, the first baseman, back in. A pop out and a ground out for him so far today. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. And once again, Gilbride unable to find the zone. 3-0 the count. And in the on-deck circle, it is John Toth, the catcher. Gilbride has to have something here. His 3-0. Right down Broadway for strike 1. It is a great response by Gilbride. Still plenty of work to do in this at-bat, and plenty of work left to do in this game overall. The 3-1, lightly tipped foul, and we are full. In the bottom of the inning for the Mountaineer Lumber Company, it is Hartman, Ickes, and Shimmick. So 9-1-2 for the number 1 seed. 3 balls, 2 strikes, full count. Gilbride's payoff pitch. Good line drive to the right side, and it is through for a 2-out single. Daniel Crable gets his first hit of game number 2 and hit number 2 of the day for the Stark County Terriers. And overall in this game, that is hit number 6 for the number 2 seed. Now John Toth will step in. Over 2 so far in this ball game, but an opportunity to move along his fellow catcher Crable. Last game it was Dan behind the dish. This time it is John Toth. But this 1-2 punch behind the plate has been deadly all season for the Terriers. One of the best combos. Swing and a miss, chases up high. 0-1 the count. For those just tuning in, we are indeed playing a total of 9 innings in this championship game. So we still have a ways to go before we crown our NABF World Series champion. The 0-1 from Gilbride. It runs inside, and John Toth will wear it. Now 2 on with 2 down for the Terriers, and a chance for their offense to drive in at least one more run, starting with Gavin Marceric. Marceric is 1 for 2 in this game, had an RBI single last game, and on top of that, a couple of other big hits in this tournament. He has been a great spark plug for this offense, and he is a guy to look at come the end of the tournament that could step in and become a guy that is a all-tournament member. First pitch, a strike, 0-1 the counts. But what a beautiful day for baseball this has become at Thurman Munson Memorial Stadium. And at least for now, we are thankful for the clearish skies. 0-1 in the dirt, now 1-1 the counts. And overall, just a beautiful facility here. You look all the way around, you have the beautiful on-domain bowl, as there's a lot of protection. You have some old loges that are no longer in operation. You have a couple of radio booths off to either side, and then us here on the head-on main press box. Shemek takes it over at short. His throw to 1 is on the money to Zimmerman, and the inning is over. 2 on, 2 down for the Terriers, but no damage done in the 6th inning. To the bottom of the frame we go. The Lumber Company down 2-zip, looking for some offensive answers when we return. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Welcome back to Thurman Munson Memorial Stadium in Canton, Ohio, as we begin the bottom of the 6th inning. A potential turning point for the Mountaineer Lumber Company offense. 9-1-2. Hartman, Ickes, and Shemek this inning are set to swing. And right now, an offense that has 1 hit, looking for a breakthrough frame. This could be the one that they do it. Dennison's first pitch hits the outer right corner for strike 1. Hartman over 1 today. He said he got hit by a pitch, but in the end, the umpire said no, and he was struck out later on. And he is quickly down in the count, 0-2. Dennison makes his fellow Purple Raider teammate chase. Dennison's 0-2, swing and a miss, 1 up, 1 down on 3 pitches. And once again, that is what Ty Dennison does so well. 3-pitch strikeouts. He now has a total of 6 Ks today. And that'll bring us back to the top of the order with Luke Ickes. He reached on an error his first time up, then grounded out to second base in his second at-bat of the ballgame. This is game number 5 of the tournament for the Mountaineer Lumber Company. 2 Friday, 2 Saturday, and 1 today on Sunday. Something else to note, if you look down the third base line, Coach Cottrell, he is in full uniform today, joining the rest of his players. Coach Sabo did that on Friday for the Terriers, but opted to go with his usual look today. And his response, just like on Friday, he's changing things up. 1-1 the count. The pitch from Dennison. Ickes sends that one into right center field. More center field as Sefton is underneath it as he will make the play for out number 2. Yet another great start defensively for the Terriers. 2 up, 2 down.
Number 35, Ryan Shimmick.
I believe the lowest scoring game in this whole tournament was a 4-run thriller, 3-1, that favored the Class A's against the B2 Bulls. Only 2 runs so far here. If it remains the same score throughout the rest of this contest, then this will be our newest low-scoring game. Now, if you want to be really technical about it, you can call the forfeit game from the Warhawks the lowest scoring ones, but they were more just erased from the schedule for Saturday. Unfortunately, they couldn't stay on and finish the tournament. They were a good 1-1 team. Just down the stretch, lost their healthy players, and that was that. 2-0 sent into left center field, still going back. It's a great drive from Shemek, and it is going to bounce on the warning track, and it is a ground rule double. Excellent swing from Shemek, plenty of power. And the opening run of the day for the Mountaineer Lumber Company is in scoring position.
Left fielder, number 18.
All it takes sometimes is one big swing to make a world of difference, and there it is for the Lumberjacks. Might as well call them that, as once again the uniforms, the pretty much definition of a lumberjack. No sleeves and a platted look. Very similar to Spaceball 1. Ground ball down the first base line, but foul. Could have used that one-liner earlier, just like Spaceball 1. They've gone to plaid. And once again, that is your classic example of SmeeSports alienating the younger generation who is not really attuned to the masterpiece of Mel Brooks. The 0-1, swing and a miss. 0-2, he didn't touch it, so that'll put Shemek now at third. But I swear, with all these references that I make, you would think that I'm in my 50s. Now, do I feel like it a lot? Yes. But only 19. 0-2 count on the lefty Clark. An opportunity to make it a one-run game. And that would be a success this frame for the Mountaineer Lumber Company. The 0-2 from Dennison. Runs it well inside, and Toth is able to catch it before it goes away. A big snag behind the dish by John Toth. Without that, it would be a one-run ball game. But it remains 2-0 at least for the time being. Dennison tries the 1-2. Weak shot to the left side. It has a chance. His throw to one. On the money. How did he do it? The side is retired. Are you kidding me? Ty Dennison, on the ground, falling backwards, picks up his first baseman. How in the heck did he do that? Absolutely unreal. Like a flounder out of water, goes to the deck, chucks it, and somehow ends the inning. Ty Dennison, a gem through 6, 2 hits allowed, but no damage done. To the 7th we go. And the Stark County Terriers are 3 innings away from taking home their 4th consecutive NABF World Series crown. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Now to the top of the 7th inning we go, and what a game on hand. 2-0 your score. Ty Dennison keeping that the parting line with one heck of a play, maybe the play of the World Series. Flops like a flounder out of water, chucks it over to first base, and it is Crable, a guy who I don't know if he usually ever even really plays first base, makes one heck of a pick, and that's the side retired. Now for the Terriers, it is the top of their order. Broom, Moore, and Kelliker hitting in the 7th, right before the 7th inning stretch. And as well, it is official. Down to the bullpen, Luke Jansen goes, as he went moments ago. The 1-1 ground ball hit to Shimmick over at short. His throw to Zimmerman at 1 is on the money. 1 up, 1 down. 8 combined hits, but the defense, it's still tremendous. This is what you expect from a championship game. The 2 best teams in the tournament making some of the best plays of their summer. It's all on the line here. Everything these guys have worked towards this summer, albeit in a more fun setting, comes down to this. If you don't win here, then you fall short of your big expectation. That was the Ringgold added to the WRCL this year. It was simple. No playoff format. The top 4 teams, you chuck them in the NABF World Series and you see what happens. It's the 3 seed and the 4 seed who make it in. And they are these final 2 left standing in a great tournament with a great field of 7 entering Friday. And a lot of great players have graced the 2 diamonds at Thurman Munson. The 1-1 in there for strike 2. But going back to this year, a lot of question marks around the Stark County Terriers. Could they do it again? A full new cast. Can they still be this good? And the answer, even if they lose here, is yes. The 1-2, Moore fouls it back, and he will stay alive. After Brett Moore goes to Nolan Kelliker. Moore, he walked his last time up. Second time, fielder's choice. First time, ground out to short. Gilbride's 1-2. Swing and a miss, and there is out number 2. Third strikeout of the game for Keegan Gilbride. And that now starts a 2 up, 2 down sequence for the Lumber Company. They need a quick top of the 7th here. Bottom of the 7th, it is starting to become crunch time. They have to make something happen offensively. They came close, but once again, just the heroics of Ty Dennison doing enough. Next inning, it is going to be Missiner, Tagan, and Rollison in the middle of the order for the Lumber Company, as they are going to look for some answers. But for now, the man of the hour, Nolan Kelliker, steps in. He had the 2 RBI double his last time up, and that is the point of difference, as it is still a 2-0 ball game. The 1-0 popped foul off to the left side on a sort of chase. But for those just tuning in, a very interesting game. A slow start, but the offense for the Terriers did just enough in the 5th to take the lead that they have right now. 1-1 runs inside for ball 2. And as well, this is going to be a 9-inning ball game, not 7. So still some action left to go here in Canton. Here comes the 2-1. Ground ball hit over towards second. Diving stop on the infield. Throw to 1. Not in time. He just beat it out. And the inning will continue. But of course, we are going to watch that one back, as I do not know about that one. That was a close one over at first base. Kelliker able to beat it out. And we will watch it back here to see what happens. It is, I would say, a simultaneous play. Ty goes to the runner. And if that is indeed what happened, then that was the right call. Hit number 7 today for the Terriers. And now that brings in Sempton. First pitch he will take for strike 1. Once again, this is our final game of summer ball. Game number 82. And it has been a long road here. Total of, after this one, 79 baseball. And then 2 basketball thrown in. And ironically enough, it was a team from Stark County in the North Canton Hoover Vikings who we saw win a title back in June. 1 ball, 1 strike on the center fielder, who so far today has grounded out, struck out, and has popped out. Gilbride's 1-1. Good rip into right field. And it is caught, and the side is retired. Nice work out in right field by Tegan to end the inning with no damage done by the Stark County Terriers. It is stretch time at Thurman Munson Stadium. It is the Stark County Terriers 2 and the Mountaineer Lumber Company 0. Your score as you are watching the 2025 NABF College World Series Championship game on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Josh Missiner, the starting catcher, steps in as we begin the bottom of the 7th inning. It is still Ty Dennison on the mound for the Stark County Terriers. Jansen went to the bullpen a little while ago. We will see if he does come in soon or not. But this game has gone by very quick so far. I believe he started it at around maybe 11:50 or 12, a little bit later than expected. But it is only 1:12, and with 2 innings left to go, as once again, this is a 9-inning game. Plenty of time for it to get done in under 2 hours. Obviously, that would assume that the Lumber Company or the Terriers don't end up having to come back and tie the game. We say both, as you never know, there is still plenty of time left to go. The Lumber Company, they have 9 outs to play with. So still a lot of baseball time left. 1-2, beautifully breaks in, 1 up, 1 down as that freezes Missiner. Beautifully done by Dennison as he gets his 7th strikeout of the game.
The right fielder, number 8, Will Tegan.
And looking, that was Trevisano who subbed in. So he might now be the new catcher. He has caught a lot in this tournament, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him make the switch come the 8th inning. And now it is Tegan stepping in with 1 up and 1 down to begin the bottom of the 7th inning. First pitch up and in for ball 1. In the 8th for the Terriers, it's Mastery, DeZenzo, and Crable. So no better crew to potentially solidify the lead and seal the deal in the 8th. And as well, make sure you stay with us after this game is over. We will have a lot of things post-game. First of all, we will have our Player of the Game presentation presented by CrossFit Strongsville. On top of that, we will have our tournament team announced, our batting champ, and some other, I would say, superlatives announced. And then finally, we will have our trophy celebration with the eventual winner. 2-1. It is going to miss. Count now 3-1. But the Mountaineer Lumber Company showing plenty of fight. They just need a couple of things to go their way, and they are back in it. 3-1 up high in the zone, connects, and we are full. Dennison looking for strikeout number 8 today. Full count, 3-2. The payoff pitch, ground ball hit over towards short. It is Broom scooping it up. His throw to 1. It is there for out number 2. And an excellent stretch as well from Daniel Crable. 2 up, 2 down, and that'll bring in Rollison.
Third baseman, number
As
6,
Brady so far today is 0 for 2, but a chance for redemption with 2 down. But once again, unlike the rest of the games in this tournament, we still have the 8th and the 9th inning. First pitch in the dirt for ball 1. But this has been a great championship game. The point difference, Nolan Kelliker, a 2 RBI double back in the top of the 5th inning. That is the only burst of offense so far. Hard hit ball up the middle, and it is Braden Broom in his final ever game with one more big catch, and that will conclude the 7th inning. A hard line out up the guts, and it is a 1-2-3 frame for the Lumber Company offense. To the 8th inning we go at Thurman Munson Memorial Stadium. It is the Stark County Terriers 2, the Mountaineer Lumber Company 0 your score as you are watching the 2025 NABF College World Series on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Time now for the call to the bullpen as we begin the top of the 8th inning. Keegan Gilbride's day is done. 3 strikeouts, 2 runs allowed on 7 hits in a total of 7 innings of work. Now it is Trey DeSico stepping in. DeSico, number 7, he is a graduate of Allegheny who is now in the portal looking for an opportunity to pitch one more year. 16 total appearances, 6.46 ERA across 4 years with the Gators. His first pitch is chopped foul by Mastery, 0-1 the counts. DeSico played his high school ball up in the Cleveland area in Parma for Padua. But looking into his stats, 1 save, 15.1 innings pitched, 14 hits allowed, 11 earned runs, 11 walks, 7 strikeouts, and an opponent average of 246 across his 4 years. Popped up to third, and the play is made for out number 1 by Rollison. A simple 1-up, 1-down start to the 8th inning. And now that'll bring in Josh DeZenzo, the right fielder. 1 for 3 in this game. But I'll mention it one more time. Last time out, a 3-run shot into left center field. And that made it 6-1 over the A's. But that is a distant memory from now. First pitch bounces in for ball 1. But this championship game is starting to wind down, and the 2025 travel ball season is coming to a close. The 1-0 driven into right center field, and it is down for a 1-out single. Base hit number 8 of the day for the Terrier offense. DeZenzo now 2 for 4 on the afternoon. And in this inning, you have to find some insurance if you are the Stark County Terriers. 3-run lead, 4-run lead, a little bit more comfort is brought in. But a 2-run lead here, especially against this Lumber Company offense, they maybe aren't having their best outing, but all it takes is 1 inning for that to change. Swing and a miss from Crable, 0-1 the counts. If you do end up winning this game 2-0, that is going to be one of the toughest wins of the year, but as well one of the grittiest ones as well. The 0-1 swing and a miss, now 0-2. As for Ty Dennison, he still has a good amount of longevity left in this game. I do think he has a somewhat shorter leash than before, but we will see what ends up happening with him as he is well under 100 pitches. One more inning, maybe 2 of work left for him. Runner goes 0-2 is wide for ball 1. Throw down. It is going to be left, and that is a stolen base for DeZenzo. Now a 1-2 count. And as for Josh DeZenzo, a rising senior, this is it most likely for him as a Stark County Terrier. And he has been with this group for a long while. He knows what it takes to win this tournament. 1-2 runs inside, and we are even. But the key pieces that they brought back from last year are really big leaders on this team. And they have allowed the young guys to start to understand what it takes to win an NABF World Series. The 2-2, well wide for ball 3, and we are full. After Crable, it is the catcher, John Toth, who awaits in the on-deck circle. And he might have a big role to play down the stretch in this contest. Count full 3-2, the payoff pitch fouled off to the left side. So we will see it again from DeSico. Next inning for the Mountaineer Lumber Company, it is Hussey. Then we'll see who comes in. Most likely, I would say Zimmerman, then Hartman. But we will see for sure later on. The payoff again. Fly ball sent into deep right field. Underneath it, it is going to be the right fielder, Tegan. He has it for out number 2. And DeZenzo is able to tag up in the process. And now John Toth, an opportunity to knock in an insurance run for the Stark County Terrier offense. The defense doing a great job holding the Lumber Company to 0. It remains yet to be seen if that will carry over into the bottom of the inning. Speaking of that, Jansen is walking back from the bullpen, so we will see what the decision is. Toth pops it up into shallow left center field, and it is going to be caught by Shemek, and the inning is over. Nicely done by the Lumber Company defense as they are able to strand DeZenzo over at third and keep it a 2-0 ball game. To the bottom of the 8th we go at Thurman Munson Memorial Stadium. It is the Stark County Terriers up 2-0 on the Mountaineer Lumber Company. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Some defensive changes made by the Stark County Terriers before the bottom of the 8th inning gets underway. Now at first it is Mastery, in left it is Sempton, and in center it is Faluzis, as most likely the change is Faluzis in for Crable, as Crable is no longer out on the diamond. He has already hit for most likely the final time. If we do see extras, he could come back in, but most likely that would be Faluzis' spot. First pitch to Hussey is up high for ball 1. As well, Ty Dennison remains in the game for the Stark County Terriers. And I don't think there is really a world of surprise there. However, if there is a walk or if there is a mistake made in the 8th inning, I think that is the extent of his leash and that his day will be done. And that it will mean that Luke Jansen would come on for the, however long it takes, save. There's also a chance that they talk to him after a potential leadoff single or something. The 2-1, swing and a miss, now 2-2 the count. But Dennison has aspirations to go for the complete game shutouts. But he has 6 outs to get before that can happen. The 2-2, swing and a miss, 1 up, 1 down. Dennison, after a 2-0 start, battles back in, and he earns strikeout number 8 today. A tremendous outing from Ty Dennison. Still some time for the Lumber Company, but they have to find some way to take out Dennison. And it does appear that we will see some changes for the Lumber Company's offense. Weak hit up the middle to Dennison, as Zimmerman's hit results in a simple ground out to Ty for out number 2. He now is 4 outs away from getting the win. And now we will see our next change, as that is going to be Jonathan Mitchner, the rising junior at Capital, stepping in.
Number 12, Jonathan Mitchner.
Mitchner is yet to hit in this game. Played his high school ball for the Nordonia Knights. 11 games played in his career. 4 games started, 3 hits, 1 double, and 2 RBIs as a Comet. Swing and a miss, 0-1 the count, as he is in for the DH, Zach Hartman. Count quickly 0-2, Dennison flying through. And a chance here to get out of the inning. Once again, 1-2-3. The pitch. Weak grounder off to the right side. Taken in by Moore at second. His flick just in time. Doesn't even leave the glove. Moore is fired up and the inning is over. Yet another 1-2-3 inning. It is back-to-back for the defense of the Stark County Terriers. And they are now 3 outs away from making it a 4-peat at the NABF College World Series. But first, one final chance for the offense to solidify their lead. To the 9th we go, our final inning of Summer Bowl coverage for 2025. And it is the Stark County Terriers hanging on up 2-zip on the number 1 seed, Mountaineer Lumber Company. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. It is Gavin Marceric stepping in to lead off the top of the 9th inning for the Stark County Terriers. 3 outs away from walking out of here with the NABF College World Series title. But first, a chance for the offense to add on the finishing touches to solidify their lead. Keep in mind, 1 base runner on, then any swing of the bat could tie up the game. That is the scary reality for the defense of the Terriers. And we will see a big decision coming up for Coach Sabo. Does Dennison stay in 95 pitches in, or does Luke Jansen come in for a 3-out save? We will see what he ends up doing, as this is one of the biggest decisions in his coaching career so far. And a good swing from Marceric, but lined directly to Shemek for out number 1. across the board, the shortstops Broom and Shemek have been very active in this game. A lot of good pulls off to the left side, but both Broom, who steps in now, along with Shemek, have dealt with it nicely. So far in this game, 0 for 3 with a walk and a couple of other outs. And in all likelihood, this is going to be his final competitive at-bat as a baseball player. This is it for Braden Broom, and he wants to go out on top. The 1-0 misses wide for ball 2. It's not as exciting, but I'm sure a walk would do, I would say, a good thing for him, as that would be a nice way to bookend a great career. The 2-0 in there for strike 1. As the action continues on the diamond, it is Luke Jansen walking on down to the bullpen one final time for the Stark County Terriers. And I think that tells me he is not coming in yet. Broom pieces it up the middle, and maybe for the final time in his career, Braden Broom has a single, and he is on. Truly, if this is it, this is the dream ending, assuming the result holds for Braden Broom.
Second baseman, number 7, Brett.
I am astonished that he was not given the opportunities at BW. If he showed this day in, day out and didn't get in, I don't know what to tell you. This kid has the grit and grind and the talent to be a top and middle infielder. And you never know, he might say it's done, but a team could give him a late summer ring and he could come back in. And that would be a dream for him, I'm sure. First pitch to Moore, fouled back, 0-1 the counts. But I'll tell you what, if you're a college coach watching and you're trying to pick up a good middle infielder, Braden Broom's your guy. Bring him in, 1-year rental. But sometimes those 1-year rentals are all you need to take that next step, that next leap in your progression. The 0-1 ground ball hit over towards third. Throw across the diamond to 1 is in time on a great stretch from Zimmerman. 2 down. And now that I bring up Nolan Kelliker, flashing back to the 5th inning. He is the lone man with anything in this game offensively of, I would say, substance, as he hit a 2 RBI double off into right field. And that brought in the only 2 runs of the game so far. But Braden Broom is in scoring position, and a chance that these 2 Yellow Jackets combine one final time for one final run for the offense of the Terriers. And they need this run. Up by 2, you might say, okay, they can survive without it, which, yes, that's the case. But you would feel a whole lot more comfortable with that run in hand. The 1-0 backs him out now, 2-0. And from the scheduled start time, we are 2 hours in, but we are less than that in actuality, as I think we began the game at around 11:50. So a very quick game so far, but we could see some late game heroics and theatrics in the bottom of the 9th. Here's the 2-0. Backed out for ball 3. After Kelliker, it goes to Sempton, the center fielder, who then shifted over to left. 2 lefties in the game on the diamond for the Terriers. Broom at second, Kelliker in the box. And it is a 4-pitch walk, and Broom will easily take third. And that'll put him at the corners. And it looks like a delayed response behind the plate, and that could have been a gift for the Terriers. Instead, they will have to work for run number 3 as Sempton steps in. Once again, a great campaign this past year at Findlay. .352 average, 63 hits, a total of 6 home runs and 33 RBIs in 51 games, all of which were starts. This might be the best guy to have up in this scenario. It is a righty on the mound and lefty in the box matchup. First pitch, a strike on the outside corner. 0-1 the count. Looking forward to the bottom of the 9th inning. It is the top of the order for the Lumber Company. Ickes, Shemek, and Clark. We will see what they can do. Sempton tips it foul. Now 0-2 the count. If Sempton keeps the inning going, it goes to Caden Mastry. Mastry started the game out in left field, and then when Felozes was moved into center field, he bumped over to first base, replacing Crable. 2 strikes the count on Sempton. The pitch. Off the plate for ball 1, and it is an uncontested solo base for Kelleher. And just like Broom, in all likelihood, his final game as a Terrier. As Kelleher is a senior, so he is done. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. Fly ball sent into shallow left field. It has a chance to get down, and it will. They're going to send Kelleher, and he will score. That brings in a pair. Sempton does his job, and the lead has been doubled. What a pop-up by Sempton. Splits the defense perfectly, and there is the insurance policy taken out.
Number 25.
4-0 now your score. And at the death, Sempton, the clutch hitter of Findlay, does it for the Terriers. Now up by 4. If you're Ty Dennison or Luke Jansen, you must be taking the biggest sigh of relief of your career. The pressure, at least in part, left behind. First pitch missing, a wide left to Mastery. So far in this game, 2 for 4, back-to-back singles to begin. But since then, a fly out to left and a pop out to third. As well, a total of 10 hits today for the Terriers in this championship game. Only 2 for the Mountaineer Lumber Company. So 2 balls, no strikes. The count still a runner at first. And that is behind Mastery. It is an easy base for Sempton as he is now in scoring position, 3-0 count. And in the on-deck circle, it is Josh DeZenzo. And if you're DeZenzo, potentially seeing 2 on once again, you have to be excited for this opportunity. And in the top of the 9th inning, no less. The 3-0. It is wide left for ball 4. And DeZenzo will have his chance. A great 2-out rally for the Stark County Terriers. But they might not be done yet. DeZenzo in this game, 2 for 4, 2 singles, with a flyout and a pop-out before the first hit and then after the first hit, respectively. DeZenzo takes inside for ball 1. And if the inning goes beyond DeZenzo, it is going to go to Philosis, who is in the on-deck circle. And that officially means he has completely replaced Daniel Crable. The 1-0 fly ball sent into right field. But it will be caught, and the inning is over. But 2-run score courtesy of Luke Sempton. A pop-up in shallow left field that falls and splits the defense. It doesn't matter the power. It matters the precision. And precision won the day there. We have an answer. It is Ty Dennison, the starter, trying to complete what he started in the bottom of the 9th inning. Here it is for all the marbles. The Stark County Terriers up 4-0 on the Mountaineer Lumber Company. Last chance for the boys in the 1 spot when we return. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Here it is. All of the hard work this summer, every hour spent in the cage, spent on the field, spent wherever getting better. It all comes down to this. Bottom of the 9th inning. 4-0 your score. And the Mountaineer Lumber Company down to their final 3 outs. It's the top of their order. And they look for some answers. To get things on their way, it is a Purple Raider versus Purple Raider battle once again. as it is Ickes versus Dennison. Dennison gets the first blow. 0-1 the count on the center fielder, Luke Ickes, who so far in this game has reached on an error, but nothing else. The 0-1 up and in, now 1-1 the count. I believe that was pitch 97 for Ty Dennison. Enter the frame with 95. The 1-1 in the dirt for ball 2. And I think it is very simple for the Terriers. One base runner allowed, Dennison's day is done. But we will see if that is the parting line, courtesy of Sempton, who was able to bring in 2. Moore's throw to 1, takes his time and gets it done. 1 up, 1 down. Moore took maybe a little bit more time than Coach Sabo down to the dugout was hoping he would. But still, the guest player makes a big play. And the Terriers are 2 outs away from their four-peat. And even saying that, it sounds ridiculous. But that is what this team is. Weak shot by Shemek over to Dennison. His throw to 1. Once again on the money. Ty Dennison is unreal. 2 up, 2 down. And the Terriers can sound the final countdown. The tournament may have moved home to Canton, but the Terriers moved right along with it. Braden Clark, the last line of offense. The Terriers moments away from getting the four-peat celebrations going. Ground ball up the middle. Dennison tips it. It's going to die in the infield for the title. Not in time to 1, as it is going to take an awkward ricochet. And with 2 outs, Clark will reach. And we will see if that has scored a hit or not. I would assume it is, as that was a awkward play, and there it is on the board. I said before, one base runner on, you take Dennison out. Not here. Not here at all. You keep him in. Now it is Dom Trevisano's turn. He walked off the game against the Jasper Reds to begin this tournament, and he is in for his second chance. Trevisano wearing number 13, a rising sophomore at John Carroll. And going back to 2024, his senior year of high school, was the Suburban League Player of the Season. First pitch down low for ball 1. You're in an interesting in-between if you are the Terriers. One more runner on. Do you pull Dennison, or do you let it ride? Dennison's 1-0. Over to the left side. It is through. And that question now has to become a legitimate one, as it is a 2-out base knock for Trevisano. Back-to-back singles. Time now called. And I think this is just a simple coach talking to pitcher meeting and not a pitching change. Once again, going back to what I said before, this is not a spot I think that you pull Dennison. I think you trust him for one more at-bat. Bases loaded, then you have to make that decision. But I think you give him one more shot to get his complete game shutouts. And if not, he did his job. And on top of that, Sempton did his in the top of the inning. And I feel like that's the only reason why he is out there. Otherwise, this would be a shot to win it. But Tegan's task is simple here. Keep the game going for one more at-bat. 2 down in the bottom of the 9th inning. Tying run in the on-deck circle in Rollison. The Terriers need this final out now. First pitch, it is going to run inside for ball 1. You can feel the anxiety here at Thurman Munson Stadium. I have no skin in this game, and I feel anxious right now. This is just what the game has become. A very good ball game between two top competitors down to this. The 1-0 taken up and in for ball 2. Dennison knows he has to turn it around here, or his outing is going to fall a third of an inning shy of a complete game. 2-0 on Tegan. And a good connection from Dennison. Now 2-1. And a helpful frame as well from John Toth. Infield a way back for the Stark County Terriers. Count 2-1. The pitch. Off the plate, now 3-1. Once again, the tying run in Rollison is in the on-deck circle for the Mountaineer Lumber Company. The 1 seed in year number 2 as an organization. trying to complete this comeback to win the NABF College World Series. 3-1, it is going to connect up high for strike 2, and we are full. Most likely this is it for Ty Dennison anyway. 3 balls, 2 strikes, full count, 2 on. They will be in motion. Can Ty Dennison do it? The payoff pitch. Yes, he can! It's strike 3 looking, and Dennison has done it. The 4-peat is complete. The Terriers win it. 4-0 your final, and Dennison gets his complete game shutouts. Ty Dennison is fired up. And just like that, back to back to back to back titles. How about that for Ty Dennison? 9 strikeouts today. Just gets it done. And you see he is fired up. This was the big one. This meant a lot to the Stark County Terriers. And as the tournament moves to a new home, they stay consistent. And in year number 1 as the collegiate head coach, it is Reese Sabo taking home the big one once again for the storied organization of Stark County. Your final score 4-0. The Terriers get the win. One final commercial break. Then we will be back on for our trophy presentation and our player of the game honors presented by CrossFit Strongsville. You are watching the 2025 NABF College World Series Championship game on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Welcome back to Thurman Munson Memorial Stadium. As the teams are getting their trophies, we are about to wrap things up. 4-0 your final score. It is the Stark County Terriers winning their 4th consecutive NABF World Series Championship as Coach Saba will take the trophy. And here is the trophy lift for the Terriers. It is a sweet moment, a long time in the making. And despite all the changes this year, new location for the tournament, new coach, pretty much a whole new squad. Coach Sabo and company, the Stark County Terriers get it done, and they are your 2025 NABF College World Series champions. Down below, they are announcing the tournament superlatives, but up here, your player of the game presented by CrossFit Strongsville. It is Ty Dennison. A 4-hitter today, 9 strikeouts, and a complete game shutout. And he, with that great performance, walks out of here with that honor. Kelliker, he gets an honor for his performance in the last game. And here comes the big man, the man of the hour, Ty Dennison, helped out by Kelliker, who had the big hit in this game, as he will get an award as well. Well-deserved for both of them. Kelliker got the offense going. Sempton sealed it with a 2 RBI single back in the 9th inning. But now it is party time for the Stark County Terriers. A lot of chippiness in this game. It had everything that you wanted in regard to a championship bout. And this championship, once again, it belongs to what you could say are the owners of this tournament, the Stark County Terriers. 7 teams this year came into Thurman Munson this weekend looking to win it. 6 teams looking to dethrone the Terriers. But it is the Pups at the home of another type of pup getting the job done. Next year, they go for a half-decade of dominance. Who will stop them? That is a question for late July 2026. To stay up to date on all the games that we are covering, follow SmeeSports on Instagram and SmeeFest 2024 on Twitter. As well, subscribe down below to the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Enable push notifications to be notified when we upload or go live. Our goal is to reach 5,000 subscribers by the end of this calendar year. So if you are new, go down below and subscribe. There is no added cost, but it greatly helps out all that we do here at SmeeSports as we serve the Cleveland and the Stark County areas. Going back down to the diamond, it looks like the team is getting ready to go for their team picture. Just what a great, great moment for them. Once again, thank you to Canton City Schools and all the employees at Thurman Munson Stadium for allowing us to use their press box today and on Friday. Special shout out to Greg Turbovich for all he did in helping to run this tournament. He is the general manager of the Stark County Terriers in year number 26. This weekend, a chance for his guys to win, but his focus was making sure this tournament ran smooth, and it did as well. Thanks to John Mengelkamp for all he did on behalf of the NABF as he made a lot of this happen. Year number 1 under his tutelage, and it is hopefully year number 1 of many that the WRCL has control of the NABF World Series. The hope is next year is going to be bigger and better. A number of ways that can happen, not only for the tournament, but also for us. A big way that it can get bigger for us is if we can get more broadcast sponsors. The information is on your screen on how you can do that. Contact us at one of those 3 places, and we will get back to you on how you can help us out as a broadcast sponsor. A lot of great plans for social media starting out at $5 a post, and for the broadcast end of things starting out at $10 per game. Not a bad price. You get to your target market, and you can get a lot of great and relatively inexpensive advertising with a lot of bang for your buck. Thank you to the Health USU Chiropractic Center and CrossFit Strongsville for sponsoring today's broadcast. As well, you can leave us a donation at SmeeSports.com under the donation tab, and all proceeds help out SmeeSports LLC, which includes a YouTube channel, the full family of social media platforms, and once again, the whole entire corporation. But as I said, this was game number 82 of our summer, and this is going to be where the road ends for us, at least baseball-wise. Our next scheduled broadcast, at least as of right now, is going to be on August 19th at Padua Franciscan High School. It is the Padua Bruins taking on Archbishop Hoban in a volleyball game at 7 p.m. Should be a fun battle between 2 teams who made it to the regional tournament last year, both losing to Gilmore Academy. We will have more content up on social media and on YouTube over the next couple of weeks. This is not a true dead period, just a time off from the broadcast. We have been going at it since August of last year, and this is going to be one of our biggest breaks, one that kind of helps us refresh and reset for the 2025-26 school year. But that'll do it from Thurman Munson Memorial Stadium. Congratulations to the Stark County Terriers, your 2025 NABF College World Series champions, as they take down the Mountaineer Lumber Company 4-0 in the championship game. I am Nathan Smee saying so long from Canton, and we will see you again soon. This has been the 2025 NABF College World Series on SmeeSports in partnership with the NABF and the WRCL. Thank you all for tuning in this whole season, this weekend, or whenever you were with us. Have a great day, and as always, we will see you again next time.